So this was the original configuration of version 2.0. The water jug was attached with the straps to essentially kitchen sliding platform, which used to come out over the edge of the van for easy dispensing of the water. The main objective of this version 2.5 build was to add a microwave. So I considered, how could I add microwave here? Every inch in this small van counts. The other consideration is, where is the best place for water? Water is one of the heaviest sort of substances inside of the van. You want to place it on the floor, somewhere here. If we'll remove, I intentionally disassembled it already so I could show you. All of these parts, like these two parts, will be used. There's no change to these main support structures. So if you would look at this jug actually fits very nicely here. And I would place it this way. But then, you know, it needs to be immobilized and it needs to be pulled out and then what, manually dispensed? No, I decided that I need a pump. And a number of people use water pumps, some of them battery operated. They attach to the port, outlet or inlet port of the bottle, whatever bottle people use. Typically it's round containers which are distributed as drinking water by services like Alhambra and a number of other. You see those trucks, water trucks delivering water. And all of them are about that tall. And then they're round shaped. And there are all kinds of uneven surfaces and curves here. Very difficult to fit such a big container. And at least for my purposes, I felt this is impractical. This is just not going to work. Plus, we like this container. It fits here very nicely. So the idea would be these two parts will sort of stay in place, but they will be assembled differently, approximately on this level. Like so. So as you could see now, the water bucket will be securely in place and it doesn't need to be removed because we'll have a water pump, and that water pump will aspirate water from this outlet. In addition, if necessary, because there would be empty space filled with the luggage, I simply could undo main lid and fill the water directly from here without removing the vessel. I will talk about water pump in a moment. And then I said it would be nice to have microwave on the chest level so you could see the controls and dials. You could also easily open the door while standing, not crouching down somewhere at lower level. I considered it to be on this level. We actually took our new microwave for a camping trip, just jerry-rigged it very quickly. And it worked, but I clearly felt that it needs to be slidable. So a separate sliding system is in plans for version 2.5, where the structure will be, the next shelf will be at approximately this level. The water will be pumped through this opening to a tube and a valve, which also will slide out together with microwave, allowing dispensing of water at convenient height without bending down again, and without chance of spilling inside of the van. So let's talk about pump parts and materials. So what comes with the pump? This is a separate valve which I had already, and I will use it as a valve. It's a gas valve. It's fairly expensive. I don't recommend looking for this, and I'm not going to provide even a link to that because it's a precision made for high pressure gases, but I happen to have it so from different project and I'm reusing it. So it's a 1/4 inch tubing. This will be dispensing. This is inlet, 90-degree turn, allows dispensing and then shut down. I will make a link, however, to a similar function, intended function for that very pump, plastic valves, which probably, they're also ball valves, probably will work very well for you as well. So here's what I will provide in list of materials. This pump has a control module, power supply, which not shown here, but it's just a regular block. And as you could see here, there's an inlet and outlet. So the inlet is coming from the aspiration wand. This is aspiration wand, and it goes into this port and locks in. And you can see wire, right? So what is this wire all about? This wire is actually going inside of the aspiration wand and tubing to the assembly at the very end. And this assembly is important because it's a floater. It's a floater which detects level of water. So once you run out of water, the pump shuts down and doesn't continue trying to run, overheats and burns out, or needs to be primed afterwards. So this is a great feature specifically on this model. So if you're going to be looking for pumps, it's very important extra water comes out. It's very important to get pump which has this type of control, and I highly recommend this one. It's designed for 5 gallons round containers of water. If I attempt to install it here, and I'll show you in a moment how I already modified this so it fits here, loaded in, it sticks out quite a bit, which means compromising space for potentially loading other luggage. First project will be about shortening this wand. What I'm going to do, very, very carefully, we'll start scoring this pipe. Just to get through. That will ensure that I'm not cutting the wire. So you could see the wire inside. Okay, this part is ready. These parts are ready. The idea would be that I will repair it by essentially snapping it together. Of course, that groove also will get filled with glue or possibly with epoxy. Finger to control the height, positive pressure, in order for blade not to go too deep and potentially touch the wire. So okay, the moment of truth. The pump is connected, floater is connected, everything's installed, the valve is connected and in closed position. Let's see what happens when we turn the power on. So nothing is going on right now. Let's see if we will open the valve, what will happen. And now we have pretty robust flow, and the moment I close the valve, pump shuts down, because as I explained to you, it reaches certain pressure and then the electronics shut down the pump at that pressure. And once I open again, it's instant on. Here's the cup, measuring cup, and I will say go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 seconds, I fill this cup to 3 cups of volume. I think this is going to work for our needs. I'm happy to say that this worked out, because it's always messy with these glues. It's probably one of the messiest part of this project. A quick demonstration here. As I was flushing the system, it ran out of water and stopped. However, the pump is on, everything's on, it's not running. But if I tilt the bucket, the level will increase and it should start on. See, as water sloshing around, it actually kicks in and out. So the floater works, and I think it's a very useful feature. This way, you know, if you really want to, a few drops, you can tilt your bucket, I guess. But the most important is that the pump doesn't get overloaded. It doesn't lose the priming of the pump. All you need to do is just to refill more water, and it's ready to go again. By simply inserting this between the rails, and even tilting a little bit like this, I have much easier and spillage-free water filling operation. And I'm going to open the valve. There we go. This is the largest water bucket we have. And now let's say I stop somewhere and we need to fill our water bottles or small picnic. To have access to water, very simple. Turn here, open. This gives enough clearance for water to flow down to the ground, not in a van. And I could fill it in a few seconds. And we're ready to go again. Or at the campsite, this is much more convenient. I'm not bending over, I'm not lifting anything. So I think that works well. I look forward to hearing from you about your camping adventures and plans for this camping season. Let me know if you like this video and subscribe. More videos are coming. Cheers.